I no longer call you servants, but I call you friends. And he said, because all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made them known unto you. I have kept back nothing from you. And it's because I have called you my what? My friend. Can I ask you, if you die now, what will your wife discover that should be causing your dead body, that you should die second time? If you die now, what will your husband discover? And she will say, Kai, is this the woman I have been living with? When we begin to live together as friends, we do what is called total disclosure. Nothing to hide. In one of our Baptist churches, they wanted to do the fencing of the church. And they announced that people should donate towards the program, the fencing. And people were giving. One man in the church donated 100 bags of cement. Pastor was very happy for one person to give 100 bags of cement. So every time, Pastor, we talk about it. So we thank God for our brother. If all men are like him, how beautiful things will be. This work will go on very quickly. 100 bags of cement. The man too will feel big, happy. They are praising him in the church. Few months later, this man died. At his burial, a woman surfaced with a child. A boy. And the boy wanted to pay last homage to his father. The church pastor was embarrassed that the man that gave us 100 bags of cement kept another woman outside, have a child outside wedlock. The wife in the house does not know. The children in the house did not know. The wife started crying. When they asked the boy, who is your mother? The boy called the mother out of the crowd. Of course, the woman too was crying. And the woman said, sorry, madam, you are the one who doesn't know us. We know you. I said, Nito one time, mama, and to one nule. Help me look at your husband. Don't look at me. Look at him very well. Help me ask him. Ṣé o ṣe yanta? Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ nínú church nísìn. Bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ kẹ́ ẹ pa ẹnu yín mọ́ títí ayé ànípẹ̀kun. I hope there's nobody outside. Hey! At the point of burial, you know how a woman will say, ọkùnrin ilé pààyàn, ó tiẹ̀ ti pa mí ni. Listen to me. When we begin to live in friendship, there's nothing hidden. You are playing. You are open. Once you are hiding something, then you are no longer a friend. You are a dangerous person. Jesus Christ said, I no longer call you servants, but I've called you friends. Because all things that my Father has spoken to me, I've made known unto you. Face your husband, face your wife. Hold your right hands together. Hold your right hands together. Hold your right hands together. Say to each other, don't look at me, look at each other. And say, if we are truly friends, your password, I should know it. Your PIN number to your ATM card, I should know it. Where you are putting ATM card, I should know it. Because we are friends. Èwo ni problem no méjèèjì. Password ni àbí PIN number. Méjèèjì náà ni. Oh. It is very sad that many of us are just living together, but we are not together. Jesus said, all things that my Father has spoken to me, all things I've heard of my Father, I've made known unto you. Listen carefully. Why should you keep the password of your handset away from your spouse? If you do, you are the enemy of yourself. Why will my wife not know my password? Is she not my friend? This password palaver killed a man in Lagos. What happened to him? In the middle of the night, he had that attack. And while he was struggling on the bed, his hand hit the wife. The woman woke up. The woman started crying. Ah, my husband, what happened? What happened? The man was just doing, Jesus. The woman knew that this is the thing. It is come again. So she thought, what can I do? No other person in the house. Hospital is not far. Can I carry my husband? We have a car outside I can drive. She wanted to lift him. She could not carry the man. The man was stretching. So the woman felt, Jesus. Uluwa. She will be calling. Oh yeah, so sorrow. So she thought, let me scream for my neighbors to come and help me. She was screaming. But because everybody put on generator, nobody could hear her voice. This woman started crying. Suddenly she remembered that, why am I being crazy? This is the time of telephone. Let me take my set and call my neighbor to come quickly. She picked her handset. There was no hair time. It was long. Suddenly she remembered that in her husband's office, it is office that buy airtime to their phone, sometimes over 10,000 naira. So she ran to where the handset was. She wanted to call. The thing was asking for password. So she ran to the bedroom to ask the husband, what's your password? What's your password? At that time, his mouth has done like this. So what the man was saying, your password, the man was saying, yeah. His password, the mobile, the password. Say password, you know. Password, your password, your password. The man kept saying, sọ̀rọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni password rẹ until the man did. Here is handset loaded with hair tie. Password, shut it up. Sometimes that we think we are wise, we are just being foolish. Sir, a woman that sees my nakedness, is my nakedness not more important than my password? I had my password away from my wife. You hide your password away from your husband. So when people come to me and they say, hey, Pastor, my wife is suspecting me, I will say, come, shut up your mouth. How will somebody not suspect a person who is hiding password? If you are my husband and I come to you, ask me, please, can I use your set to call? I want to call my friend and I don't have your time. Talk to me. I say, I'm coming. Oh yeah, use it quickly, because if you go off, you won't know how to open it. Excuse me, why can't I tell her what I'm pressing? In friendship, we don't hide things. That's why in life, when people are trying to find out something about somebody and they can't get it, you know the way they say, Eja lobby orere mama. Wọ́n kì í fi nǹkan pamọ́ fúnra wọn. That's friendship. You're hiding your password. You don't want me to know, and you don't want me to suspect that you're doing something wrong. Some come and tell me and say, hey, Pastor, why I don't show her my password is because that handset is official. It's official. Are you an armed robber? What official thing are you doing that your spouse should not know? One of the issues causing crisis in marriage is because people are living together, but they are not living as friends. And I want you to make up your mind. If unbelievers are doing it, we give it to them. If we are Christians, if you have really encountered Christ, and you know the Lord, then God's expectation in marriage is that you live together as friends. That you are down to heart, open to each other. Nothing to hide. I saw my husband while he was pressing his phone. That was password for me. But immediately my husband knew that I already know his password. He did what? He changed it. And you said I should not be suspicious? That you have hidden agenda? And we carry ATM card. And your husband doesn't know your PIN number. Your wife doesn't know your PIN number. Some people are even terrible. She wants to sleep, she put ATM card under the breast. Wo to ba ni cancer o para idanu. You don't know that the chip there on the ATM can cause cancer. Ọkùnrin mi àfi sábẹ́ pátá. Kó sá tó bá sá gbọ́wọ́ sábẹ́ pátá máa mọ̀. Husband and wife. And I was preaching in a church. And the man was very angry with me when I was talking about ATM card. And he stood up and said, "Sir, do you know the meaning of pain? Do you know the meaning of pain?" And I did as if I didn't know. I said, tell us, sir. Tell us. He said, PIN. P-I-N. PIN. And he was shouting PIN as if over Yagbe. PIN. He said, PIN. Personal. And he was shouting personal. He said, personal identification identification number. Even those who gave it to us, they say it's personal. And I look at him, I laugh. I say, your wife is also personal. So personal person can know personal number. Personal. And I told him, I said, Mr. Man, look here. Before I became a full-time minister of God, I was an accountant. I have the secret. I know why many of the banks in Africa are very big and fat. It is because the money of dead people is plenty in the bank. People's money are there. And the bank is spending the money. And the managers are feeding fat. When are we going to become wise? God wants you to live together as friends. And when you live together as friends, you have nothing to hide. I wish that some of you will resolve in this meeting tonight that all those PIN numbers you are hiding, you will